You're good.
The Sex Life of African Girls by Taiye Selassie is a story that encompasses repression of women throughout Africa. Edom, a young child living with her single mother, is sent away to live with her uncle, auntie, their daughter Comfort, and their houseworkers in Accra, Ghana. Her mother had a choice to go with her, however she declined. Here, she is thrown into a dysfunctional family where she experiences domestic and sexual abuse. She oversees sexual acts taking place between the uncle and Ruby, Comfort and a houseworker, and another houseworker displays his naked body in front of her. Later in the story, Edom realizes that Comfort is not Auntie's daughter, but Ruby's. As a young girl, she feels out of place and confused with the sexual abuse that is occurring around her. Later, the uncle kisses Edom and Auntie walks in and is completely appalled. This is when Edom finally feels like she fits in and feels what Auntie, Ruby, and Comfort have all experienced.
Hi, and welcome to Dr. Phil. This program may include some R-rated images. Viewer discretion is advised. Now welcome Miss Edom, all the way from Accra, Ghana.
I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, how did it feel to be away from your mother?
I missed her, but I knew she made me live with my uncle for a reason. I didn't want to disappoint her. I decided I was going to follow the rules and do my best to fit in my new home.
How did you begin to fit in?
I wasn't at first, but then I saw some things that made me realize that women have the power in this household.
Edom, what did you see that changed your mind about who was in charge at home?
Well, I was walking into the study to get some books when I saw Ruby kneeling between Uncle's knees. The sound she made reminded me of cloth sloshing in buckets. Uncle whimpered like the dogs before beatings. Then Ruby saw me, and Uncle yelled for us both to get out. But seeing Ruby make Uncle so weak, I realized that she had the power over him. At this point, I started envying Ruby and wanted the same power that she did. And I could have that power. That's why I let him kiss me.
Wait, your uncle kissed you?
Yes, he asked if I was afraid of him, and I told him no, because I knew that when I kissed him, I would have power over him and be like all the other women in this house.
So you're telling me the women in the house were happy to live like this? They were happy when you kissed your uncle?
No, Auntie was really upset for some reason. I don't know what I did wrong, but when she walked in on Uncle kissing me, she began crying really hard, repeating, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, she's your blood." Then Uncle slapped her and walked away.
Well, Edom, thank you for telling us your story. Our next guest is Ruby. She is a housekeeper at the uncle's house.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to be here.
It is to my knowledge that you've had sexual relations with the uncle who is married. I think the audience would really like to know what happened and was it acceptable?
Well, you see, in our society, men have more power than women, and we're usually sexualized. I had no choice.
So you were powerless and the uncle forced you to perform sexual acts?
Yes, I hated the acts that he made me do. It is demeaning and humiliating. But what made it really worse is that I know that Edom as a child doesn't know how to interpret the acts and the hate that she saw in my eyes. I'm not wealthy, married, or educated, so I know I don't have a voice in the uncle's house.
Edom believed that because you were doing this to uncle that you meant to have power over him. Is she correct?
Of course she's wrong. She doesn't know the meaning of the act that she just witnessed. I did not perform the sexual acts because I was the one with the power. He had the power over me. But he took advantage of me and my sexuality. I had no other choice but to do the things that he wanted me to do. I really hope that Edom does not look up to me as an example.
Thank you, Ruby. Our last guest is Edom's aunt.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Why did you choose to accept Comfort as your daughter?
I felt that if I did not, I would be ostracized by society because they would know I was unable to conceive. If I would not have accepted her, my husband would definitely have left me. And I could not sacrifice that happening, so I swallowed my pride in order to keep my place in society.
Why do you choose not to leave your husband despite the abuse?
As a woman, I depend on my husband for everything. The houseworkers he pays provide for me. If I left him, I don't know if I could survive on my own, especially being infertile.
How did it make you feel when Uncle brought Edom to live with you?
I was very strict with her at first, so she knew who was controlling the house. However, I was very grateful that she came to live with me, because you know what they say.
What do they say?
A childless mother is much worse than a motherless child. It is extremely degrading and embarrassing for a woman to bear no children, which is another reason I accepted Ruby.
Why were you so upset when you saw Uncle kissing Edom?
I have personally experienced the same abuse, and at such a young age, Edom does not deserve this. She may feel powerful, but it is not right for my husband to take advantage of her at such a young age.
Do you feel the same power that Edom feels in your home?
I feel powerful over the housekeepers, however, not my husband. He acts very superior over me and does not mind abusing me at all.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Dr. Phil.